Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense working from the pistol. The give to the left side. Look out, he's got room. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity.
It's a fumble! It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
He was down.
One thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Oh, it just made me.
Got the first down. Looking
guys are certainly.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Breaks into the open.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick release on the RPO. Open space at the 25. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Tight end now in motion. Leaves it with the back. And into the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving it right down the field. You've just run to set yourself up now in first and goal. They are feeling it.
And the Tigers will try to punch it in on first and goal. Using his feet. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
This is the 8th play of this long drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Making side adjustments here. Wide receiver going in motion. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in.
Oh.
Down, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup. Accurate throw, and they get paid.
I was just a tad short.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score.
Second late on the read.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going for it all. Snags it inside the 20.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Bettis. And he'll finish the run in the end zone.
Great run, great blocking.
Touchdown, Clemson.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action. It sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Here's the handoff. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Quick release by the QB. There he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Auburn. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Trying to make magic on the scramble. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. The play action fake. Rushes on him. Pressure's there, and he lets it go.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast. You saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit, and it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. With the catch, it's Bettis. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Looking for room. It's Bettis. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Clemson jumps to the line. These corners backing off a bit. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. It's Bettis. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll leave it with him. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
Clemson will come to the line with the 1st and goal. Quarterback will keep it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll take it himself. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know, the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play, because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am, too. And you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. Fitted in the window for the score.
Man, this offense, all of a sudden, they have some mojo, and that's a big confidence booster on 4th and goal, down close to the goal line, trusting your quarterback to make the right decision. And, David, they're 1 point away now from tying this thing up late in the game.
Oh, and I say, how good do they feel? Do they want to go for taking the lead here and go for 2? This offense has been aggressive. They got some momentum. Where do they go from here?
So here comes the Auburn offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the back. Creates a little space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shook Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the Plains.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Rides the back and leaves it. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around and handing.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Got enough for the 1st down. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Send the tight end in motion. Power football with the run. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. Clemson is quick to the line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Crosses the 45. Still running at the 40. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
This
Got that
Auburn's
first
crowd
down.
trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Extending the play. Fires on the move.
No, come on, man.
On third down.
Come on, man.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. He boomed it.
I made that show still.
50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Cincinnati is trailing right now.
I'll stop him for a minute.
The program that turned out Desmond Ridder should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 4 to West Virginia. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. A designed run for the quarterback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on, bottling him up. That's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
Finds his back in the middle. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Now adjusting. He'll pull it down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Auburn lines up quickly. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Throws to the tight end. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
I got to be honest, guys. I know there are a lot of people out there with this field position that would say punt the football, but based on the success they've had early in this game with 3 touchdowns already, playing with confidence, I think I'd just go for it here.
And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Tigers will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
And if I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Looking to scramble. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to sling it on second down. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. On the ground, it's Bettis. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. What a job to lay out and make the catch. This has been a staple of the offense at Clemson. Get those big receivers, let them make plays downfield, and it's been very effective over the years.
Yeah, and good quarterback play obviously helps, but when you got good matchups on the outside, it kind of makes the defense very predictable. Like, I got to give help. Okay, it helps my running game. You don't give help. Okay, I'm throwing to my freak out wide. So I think these guys on the outside with all that speed definitely are a problem for defenses.
Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Here's the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Handoff from the gun. Got enough space. Touchdown, Tigers. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Finds the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great.
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the interception.
The inside handoff. Turning it on. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quick handoff. Finds a little space. It's a running room. Inside the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No,
misjudges it a bit and muffs it. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's got great speed. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the ground with the back. Finding open areas. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Auburn!
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. Gonna run it. It's Bettis. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. It is rare to have this kind of speed at the quarterback position, and the tough thing for a defense is even if you're right, he can make you wrong.
Same thing for an offensive coordinator, just the opposite. You might dial up the wrong play, but because of his speed, natural athletic ability, he can bail you out and go find positive yards.
This quarterback part of their running game. And this one will be stopped for no gain. This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Snap it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Unloads to the wideout. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Old Dominion is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 4 over Georgia State. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Right back to the well. Turns it on in midfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
I love the play call running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot.
Down the seam on the left.
Like, I cannot stop this one.
And getting it in on the option.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Finds his tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there.
Fucking ran for more yards,
but 42. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. On the move. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Bettis. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
Yeah, I don't know what that play call
was.
was.
Timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looks as if he's going to run it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on.
I ran into my own guy
They'll
there.
knock him down for a loss of a couple. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. Absolutely center cut. And the sideline celebration is on as they've taken the lead in the final minute. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. On target over the middle. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He'll try to do it himself.
Fuck.
Only a pickup of 4, but at least he got the clock stopped here late.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
The short hands, it's held. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
Dumps it off in the flats. Four wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll run play action. He's got him. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. With the line of scrimmage at the 42, this kicker will have to give it everything he's got and hit one from 59 yards out. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. With the line of scrimmage at the 42, this kicker will have to give it everything he's got and hit one from 59 yards out.
Come on, miss this pace, so come on. Fuck you, Peso. That was horrible defense, bro. I played horrible defense all game. I went up by 10 and I couldn't even win.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Buys a little extra time. Here's a throw downfield late. Touchdown, Tigers.
You're lying.
And they grab the advantage.
You're lying.
How about the bomb? The Hail Mary coming out, and the offense executes it great.
You're lying.
They throw the ball deep. Where's the defense? Man, you know this ball is going deep. You know they need it. They got to have it. And the defense just doesn't play great, doesn't get to the football to make a play.
She's distracted. You want me to